Hey Dylan, this is Kate Bortinsky, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. Most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would she be doing this and what's in it for her? Well, the answer is simple. Oftentimes, most local business owners are too busy running their business to learn how to improve their online marketing strategy. But here's the reality. Your online presence changes every single day. Your competitors are making moves, Google's updating algorithms, customer behavior is shifting, and in all that noise, there are real opportunities that you simply don't have time to hunt down. Things that could bring you more customers this month. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly where you stand against your competitors right now. You might discover you're dominating in ways you never expected, or you might uncover blind spots that are quietly sending customers straight to your competition. Either way, you'll know the truth about where your business really stands online, and that information you can't afford to guess about. That's exactly why I put it together for you. I've found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, has resulted in some of those local business owners coming back to me saying, Kate, I see the value here. This is exactly what I needed. Can you just implement this for me, please? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've seen and you're thinking, yeah, this information could really move the needle for my business, shoot me a message and we can have a deeper conversation. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I give you and do it yourself, that works for me too. No harm, no foul. So now let me show you the 3 things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So let's dive into the first thing that I want to go over with you, which is content. What is content? Content is how Google knows what you do and who you do it for. Content is the information highlighted on your website that Google is sending back to their algorithm. There's also content that you can't read that's embedded in your images, but Google is able to read this content. So if you right-click on any of your images and hit Save As, you can see here that you can rename this file to include relevant keywords. Optimizing this text helps Google better understand your content. We have found that most sites ranking in the top spots on Google have a minimum of 1,500 to 2,200 words on their website, and they're using the right keywords throughout their content. So I went ahead and ran your site through a word counter, and right now your site is sitting at 345 words. I checked out one of your competitors, American Window Film, and they have 1,781 words on their homepage. They are using more keyword-rich content than you are, and that helps them capture more visibility and clicks. So when we talk about content, that also encompasses your keywords that Google recognizes you for. So this is the tool I use called Ahrefs. Anyone can use it. I pay a few $100 a month for it. Essentially, it gives me behind-the-scenes insights of your competition and shows the keywords that they are ranking for to attract your customers. This helps me pinpoint the keywords that you should be targeting as well. So when I ran a quick scan on American Window Film, and if I click on their keywords, as you can see, they're being found for 11 keywords, and they are being found for several near me keywords. Now Google will automatically calculate the prospect's location to show businesses in that person's area. So some of these words include window film installer near me with 400 searches a month. And I want to drop down to window tinting Grand Rapids with 40 searches a month. So now when we go back to your site, we can see that you're being found for 2 keywords. And when we click on those keywords, the first one, glass effects, is branding, and the second one, window tinting Grand Rapids. Again, 40 search volume every single month, and you're sitting in the 29th position. So when potential customers are searching for your services, your business isn't showing up at the top of the search results. So the first thing that you need to do to beat your competition online is incorporate more keyword-rich content onto your homepage to help Google better understand what you do. That's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable when you do it the right way. So now let's go over to Google And I have in here window tinting Grand Rapids. And on Google, the first thing you'll usually see is sponsored ads. So the ads section can be a great opportunity to generate some quick leads and be at the top of Google, but they can also be a gamble because some people use ad blockers so they won't see your ads, and other people will skip right past the ad section and go straight to the maps or organic section. So they won't work for everyone, but again, they can be a great option when you have a solid foundation online. So let's move to the second key thing that I want to show you today, and that's citations. So you're probably thinking, what's a citation and why do they matter? That's a great question. So we can see here the Google Maps section, or what we could refer to as the map pack. You can see a business's name, address, and phone number, and that's known as your NAP. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. So a citation is your name, address, and phone number listed on places like Yelp, the BBB, Yellow Pages, Facebook, and a couple hundred other directories. So you might be asking yourself, hey Kate, how do I rank in maps? So let me explain the number one thing that you can do to push your business up the map pack. Generally speaking, most companies in the top spot on Google have around 150 citations. When you have more citations than your competitor, you gain more trust from Google than they do, which pushes you above them in the map pack. So now you might be thinking, well great, how do I do that? So it's really simple. I use sites like Whitespark or Bright Local that will tell me exactly what directories your competition is listed on. And from there, I'll literally go down the list and get you on the same ones. But I don't stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So if your competitor has 150 citations, we want to match that and add 100 to 200 more so that it takes them a long time to catch back up. So if you spend some time getting yourself more citations than these top businesses in the map pack, you can take over the top spot and that would generate more business for you. So now let's talk about the third and final key thing that I want to cover with you today, which is link juice, also referred to as backlinks. This third pillar will really help you dominate on Google. So again, we're searching window tinting Grand Rapids. And if we scroll down past the map pack, we can see that your site isn't at the top of Google. The top business on Google gets about 39% of the clicks, while the second spot only gets 18%, and the third spot sees about 13% of the traffic. So the top spot is where you want to be, and to get there, you need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, it all comes down to your backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice, kind of like a vote of confidence, and in Google's eyes, this gives site B authority. It's kind of like a popularity contest, and the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link is. So let me give you an example. If you get a local blog or industry-related site, such as one of your suppliers, like 3M or Expel, linking back to you, that's a great backlink. But if you're a window tinting company and you get a backlink from, say, MDRD, linking back to you, that's not so great because you don't sell food. So we're going to go back over to Ahrefs here and go to your overview. We can see that you have 73 backlinks. When I click into them, and I'm going to filter out the spam links, we can see that you have 14 good backlinks. So let's go back to American Window Film, and we can see here that they have 33 backlinks. When I tried to filter out their spam links, they don't have any. So their links are from stronger, more relevant sources. Now, not all backlinks are created equal. By adding even just one good backlink, it can be worth more authority to Google than over 100 irrelevant backlinks. So how do we get more backlinks? Well, with Ahrefs, we can see exactly which sites are linking to them, and we can go get those same links for your business. Getting you to the top of Google is not magic. It's a method, and I've shown you that method today. So in closing, here's what I want you to understand. Your competitors aren't dominating Google because they're marketing geniuses. In fact, what I've shown you today proves that they're leaving the door wide open. So let me break down exactly what we've covered today and where they're vulnerable. So first, content. Your top competitor has 1,781 words on their homepage. That's solid, but here's the thing. You can match that or beat it with strategic keyword-rich content that speaks directly to what your customers are searching for. They set the bar, but that's not stopping you from raising it. The second thing we covered was citations. This is where the real opportunity is. You need to have 100 to 200 more citations than your nearest competitor to beat them by a landslide. And here's what most businesses don't realize. Your competitors are likely sitting there with just enough to show up, but nowhere near enough to lock you out. So closing that gap with those extra 100 to 200 citations, and you don't just compete, you dominate. Third, link juice. They don't have enough relevant, authoritative sites pointing to their website, which means Google doesn't see them as a clear leader. You build that solid foundation of quality backlinks, and you become the obvious choice. So the bottom line, your competitors have handed you a blueprint for how to beat them. And they're doing just enough to get by, but not enough to keep you out. If you implement these strategies today with a solid foundation, you can be number one across Google while they're still wondering what happened. So what now? Well, you can either take this information that I've shared with you today and run with it on your own. Again, I'm totally cool with that. No harm, no foul. Just send me a quick note that you watched this video and your thoughts about it. I'd really appreciate your feedback. However, if you're looking to partner with an industry expert that can generate some quality, keyword-rich content, get you more citations than your competitors, and dominate the backlink game, then give me a call at 810-358-5645 and we can have a deeper conversation. Once again, this is Kate Bortinsky and my phone number is 810-358-5645. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day.